Good morning, everybody, and welcome to week 6. So we are really moving now. Um, I just have a few things to talk about really with you at this point. Most of them have to do with potential conferences this week. If you're interested, would love to sit down with you for, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and just talk a little bit about what your plans are for the capstone essay. I know you're gathering your research. You have this preliminary annotated bibliography, which is due tonight. Um, I'll take a quick glance at that, but I'm mostly interested in your proposal, what you hope to do with the essay after gathering all this research. So the idea is, okay, now you've accumulated all of this information. What are you going to do with it? Or what do you want to do with it? Or which direction is it leading you? What kinds of questions are erupting on top of questions that lead you in a direction for your actual essay? So we want to start looking forward in that regard. There's no hot topic this week because I want you to invest your energy in the annotated bibliography and the revisions therein. Really nothing else that you have to closely attend to. I want you to use this as a research week to gather, to fine tune those annotations, to make sure that they are correct, that your citation is done perfectly according to MLA, and that you have a reasonable proposal in place for the capstone or research document, however we want to call that, as we work through it. So that's the job for this week. Keep thinking about the direction you'd like to take when you actually write this essay. So, what is it that you want to accomplish? What kinds of positions are you developing? How are you going to narrow your scope as you work your way through the research? Have you found a direction to take it? So how are you moving from all of this information to an actual position? Then you need to start thinking about how you are going to best accommodate all of this information. Okay, so what kind of essay are you going to write? What's the tone going to be? How are you going to direct your reader in a way that asks him or her to share your position? How are you going to frame it? What's your voice going to be? What's the tone? Are you going to use sarcasm? Are you going to be direct? How do you want to shape your position as you develop the actual essay? So that's where we're heading. Take a look at the module this week on not just the annotated bibliography. Obviously, I want you pushing through that, but also start looking at the module on the researched argument because I want you to start thinking in that direction. In other words, what you're going to do with all this good stuff that you've gathered. Hopefully, this is where we all are. As for the conferences, I posted a link to a Google Doc, and you are welcome to come in and meet me in person in my office, which is listed. It's Olin 327, which is actually through Olin 301. So you have to go in the English department, track back like multiple hallways. It's kind of like a square within a square. So if you're familiar with Olin Hall, you know that each floor is just one big square. Once you go into Olin 301, you'll then go in, you make a left, you make another left, you make another left, and then you'll see me down at the end of the hallway on the right. So it's kind of a trek. But if you'd like to meet, I would love to meet you. If that is not convenient for you, or if you don't feel like you need a conference yet at this point, I think you feel pretty confident about where you are. You can wait and we can talk later. I'd like to do this maybe after the first draft on the capstone as well. But you also have the option of meeting virtually. So if you want to FaceTime or you want to use WebEx and conference that way, I'm also happy to do that. So I've tried to leave a bunch of spots open. I have some meetings and classes and things going on the rest of the week, but I'd love to meet you. So if you're interested, please sign up. If not, no worries. We'll do it again in a couple of weeks, or I'll make it an option again in a couple of weeks. So please hop on and do that just so I know. I need to know when to expect people, obviously. I'll be in and out otherwise. So, okay, folks, have a great week.